2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
From the Heart Media Group newsroom and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with his expanded morning newscast. Good morning and thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. The Clinton America 250 Committee has been working hard to assemble a weekend full of family-friendly events for the 4th of July. Kenny Atchison says they have been trying to find attractions and entertainment that will impress any and all age groups, from face painters to sword swallowers to 5K races. There will be no shortage of things to do on the Clinton Square for America's 250th birthday.
We have a lot going on, stuff planned for every age group, trying to get families to come up there and enjoy the weekend with us. So we've planned stuff for everyone. We have a trackless train going on, a magician, rock climbing wall, balloon artist, face painters, sword swallower, fire breather, wax hand station, bunch of bounce houses and obstacle courses, the bags cornhole tournament. We have a sand art station, a dunk tank. We have a free snow cones and cotton candy for the kids and family from 11 to 3 on Saturday. Exotic petting zoo. We'll have a 5K race on Saturday morning. Chainsaw carver will be there Friday throughout the day, carving a eagle for us. And then the bands, we have Josh Holland Band, Weisenhart Music, Green Diamond Express, Rushville, Nicole Nystrom, Blonda Rosa. Eagles Tribute Band will be Saturday night. And we also have a bunch of contests for the kids, art contest and essay contest and a promotional video contest. We'd like to get all the kids involved in town in that, and donut eating contest.
Bobby Perryman notes that the goal for the committee is to make everything free to the public, as the 4th of July, especially this year, is a day you should not have to miss out on because it is unaffordable.
That is our goal. We want everybody in the community and surrounding communities to be able to come in with their families, have a great time without having to worry about spending money. So we have a whole gigantic list of sponsors that is growing, and we are still happy to take on more. So we're going to do the cotton candy and the snow cones. As far as I know, those are going to be the only free options unless I'm missing anything. And if you want to just make a donation, the American Legion is taking them for us. So just be sure to note on your donation that it's for America 250.
Volunteers are paramount. We need as many volunteers as we can get. We have 3 days of tons of stuff going on, so we need people for every single day.
Yep.
From decorating on Thursday night on through Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Some of them just stand and watch some things, like a bounce house. You might just need somebody to stand and watch that. Or goldfish stand. We need someone to help us operate a goldfish stand. Kids throw ping pong balls in the water bowl and win a goldfish. Or something like the snow cones and cotton candy. We need help handing that out. If you can give us an hour of your time, that would be very much appreciated.
The event is set to take place on the Clinton Square. Perryman states that with all that is being planned, the event will likely spill over into the surrounding downtown area.
So it will primarily be on the square. Everything will be blocked off. Of course, we'll be using the stage. It's in the middle. And Kenny, correct me if I'm wrong, is going to be going a little bit onto Monroe Street. So things like the bigger things like the zip line and such are going to be just off the square.
Okay.
And parking will be available. We know for certain at the library starting after 5 p.m. on Friday, because we're going to be closed Saturday and Sunday. So people can park there. There's public parking like by Sorrento's that people can use. The old Save-A-Lot on the corner of Center and Johnson. People can park there as well. Those we know for certain. Some other places we're kind of feeling out. This is going to be a family-friendly event. So now what you do in the evening at Snappers is your business, but we're not going to be selling anything.
The America 250 celebration in Clinton is slated for July 3rd through the 5th. Learn more by finding the Clinton Celebrates America 250 Facebook page. The Better Business Bureau warns the public to avoid storm repair scams. Be cautious of storm chasers who seek cash up front in the aftermath of severe weather, says scam investigator Don O'Brien.
first thing you want to do is, yes, you want to contact your insurance company, see, have them come out, check out the damage, what they're going to cover, if you need a new roof put on your house, whatever that might be. And then you really have to do your research. Obviously, Better Business Bureau at bbb.org is a great resource for you that's free to use. It can tell you about your local contractors. It might be able to tell you the people that are coming from distance. And those people that just kind of pop up on your doorstep, again, you need to really find out about them. They may, if they pull up in a company vehicle, write the name of that company down. If they pull up in a van that's just white with nothing on the side of it, or a truck that's not marked at all, ask them about them. Ask them who they are, who they own by, their address, their phone number, anything you can that you can find out more about them. Because you're in a situation right now that's really almost perilous. If you've got if you still got limbs down and things across your house, you want to get rid of those immediately. But you also want to make sure that you don't throw caution out the window, and make sure you work with good companies during this time.
Again, for certified businesses, residents can check bbb.org for customer reviews and to determine a company's legitimacy. Get news anytime from your computer or your mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com. That's DeWitt County's #1 source for news, sports, police blotter, obituaries, and more. Best of all, it's all free all the time. Once again, from your computer or your mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Do you love the DeWitt County community? Are you the person who knows everyone in town and has a heart for the people who live here? Heart Media is looking for another sales account manager to join our team. We're hunting for a fun, outgoing person who wants to be the face of our media products. Help local businesses share their stories through radio and digital media. If you've got a drive to succeed and a passion for people, submit your resume. Connect at heartmg.com. Work where your ideas actually matter. Connect at heartmg.com.
From the Heart Media Group Sports Desk, IL Sports Wire, and DeWittDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this local sports report. Clinton built up just enough cushion to survive a late push from Bloomington Central Catholic, taking the 10-8 win. Bloomington Central Catholic came out hot at the top of the first, getting on the board early with an RBI double from Creighton Schneerly and an RBI single from Colin Eichhorst to jump ahead 2-0. They kept applying pressure into the fourth, tying the game at 3 before Carter Landris delivered a 2-run single to give the Saints a 5-3 lead. Clinton answered quickly and never let the game slip away. In the bottom of the fourth, Stone Stith and Josh Bass each drove in runs, with chaos on the bases and an error helping the Maroons take a 6-5 lead. The momentum continued in the fifth when Ryan Pine crushed a 2-run homer to extend the lead to 8-5. Clinton added more insurance in the sixth, highlighted by a Bass RBI double and another run scoring on a ground out to push it to 10-5. BCC made things interesting in the seventh. A clutch bases clearing double brought them within 2 at 10-8, but Clinton held firm to close it out. Clinton's offense was steady throughout, tallying 10 hits and capitalizing on key moments, while Bloomington Central Catholic matched with 9 hits of their own in the back-and-forth battle. Monticello came out swinging and never looked back, putting together a dominant 10-0 run rule win over Salt Fork behind a big early offensive surge and strong pitching. The Sages wasted no time setting the tone in the first inning. After Dawson Gatros crossed the plate on a Cole Basak single, Monticello kept the pressure on with timely hitting and aggressive base running. Jake Motsgood and Hayden Romano each delivered RBI singles, helping the Sages jump out to a quick 4-0 lead. The offense stayed hot in the second inning where Monticello broke things open. Basak ripped a double to drive in another run, followed by an RBI single from Coy Williams and a 2-run double from Motsgood to stretch the lead to 7-0. Monticello continued to capitalize on opportunities in the fourth, adding 2 more runs thanks to a Salt Fork error and a fielder's choice that brought in another score. In the 5th, Zeke Young capped off the performance with an RBI single for the win. On the mound, Jax Bailey was in control, tossing 4 shutout innings while allowing just 1 hit and striking out 3. The defense backed him up all game, keeping Salt Fork from generating any offensive momentum. Salt Fork struggled to get anything going offensively, managing just 1 hit in the game. Maroa-Forsyth came out hot, but Springfield flipped the game quickly and never gave control back in a 13-6 victory. The Trojans wasted no time jumping ahead in the first inning. RBI singles from Gunnar Larner and Callan Rikas helped Maroa-Forsyth build an early 3-0 lead, putting immediate pressure on Springfield. Springfield answered in the bottom half of the first with a big response, highlighted by a 2-run single from Snyder and aggressive base running that helped tie the game at 3-all and quickly push ahead to 4-3. From there, the Senators' offense kept rolling. In the third inning, RBI singles from Snyders and Marks extended the lead, and the fourth inning saw Springfield take full control, capitalizing on defensive miscues and another RBI knock from Jenkins to make it 9-3. Maroa-Forsyth showed some life in the 5th when Kobe Lane ripped an RBI triple to cut into the deficit, but Springfield responded again in the bottom half. A triple from Davison and RBI singles from Watts and Jenkins pushed it to 12-4. Springfield added another highlight in the 6th when Jay Scheffler launched a solo home run to right, extending the lead to 13-4. The Trojans were able to scratch across a couple of late runs in the 7th, including a run scored on a fielder's choice by Cooper Weiss and a bases-loaded walk, but the deficit proved too much to overcome. Normal Community wasted no time taking control and never looked back, cruising to a dominant 10-0 win over Centennial. The Ironmen got the offense going early in the 3rd, capitalizing on mistakes and hitting timely. Gavin Swartz reached on an error that brought in 2 runs, and Max Heineman followed with an RBI single to extend the lead. Lucas Beatty kept things rolling with an RBI knock later in the inning as Normal Community built a comfortable cushion. In the 4th, the Ironmen poured it on. Heineman added another RBI single while Beckett Weber worked a walk that helped spark a heads-up sequence on the bases, leading to another crossing the plate. Swartz delivered one of the biggest swings of the day, lining a single to center that brought in 2 runs and turned into extra bases after an error, pushing the lead even further out of reach. Normal Community capped the scoring in the 5th when Owen Knox lifted a sac fly to center, plating another run and sealing the run rule victory. The Normal West Wildcats fell to Champaign Central on 8-4 on Wednesday at Normal West. Normal West was the first to get on the board in the 2nd when an error scored 1 run. In the top of the 3rd inning, Champaign Central went back into the lead after Pipkin singled to center field, McDaniel singled to left, and Cole singled to left field, each scoring 1 run, making the score 4-2 for the Maroons. The Wildcats tied the game in the bottom of the 6th, thanks to a single by Riley Larkin and an error. The Maroons jumped into the lead in the top of the 8th when Pipkin singled, scoring 1 run. Timmons doubled, scoring 2 runs, and Brault singled, scoring 1 run. Brault earned the win in relief for Champaign Central. The righty gave up 1 hit and 0 runs over 2 2/3 innings, striking out 6 and walking 1. Sophomore Mason Asinger took the loss for the Wildcats. The pitcher went 2 2/3 innings, giving up 5 runs on 5 hits, striking out 4 and walking 1. Pomus started the game for Normal West. The pitcher gave up 7 hits and 3 runs over 5 1/3 innings, striking out 5 and walking 4. Pipkin stepped on the bump first for Central. The starting pitcher surrendered 6 hits and 4 runs. 2 were earned over 5 1/3 innings, striking out 2 and walking 2. Larkin went 2 for 3 at the plate and led the team with 2 runs batted in. Larkin stole 2 bases. Normal West was sure-handed and didn't commit a single error. McCauley made the most plays with 9. Champaign Central tallied 12 hits in the game. Leadoff hitter Pipkins led the Maroons with 3 hits and 4 at-bats. Timmons, McDaniel, and Pipkins each drove in 2 runs for Champaign Central. Brault collected 2 hits for the Maroons in 5 at-bats. Normal West will travel to Champaign Central to take them on again on Friday. Idomaro Vargas hit 2 homers and had 5 RBIs. Nolan Arenado added a 2-run shot, and the Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Chicago White Sox 11-7 on Wednesday night.
The Diamondbacks evened up the series with the White Sox on Wednesday night as the Sox fell 11-7, but that didn't stop the good guys from making some history.
And he sends one high, very deep right center, and she's gone. And he swings, hits a high drive out into center field, and he's hit another one.
Murakami tied the White Sox franchise record by homering in his 5th straight game, and with Colson Montgomery also homering in his 4th straight game, the pair became the first teammates in Major League history to both homer in 4 straight games together. Can they make it 5 straight? Must listen to radio tomorrow afternoon. I'm Jeff Meller, and I'll have your pregame coverage starting at 2 p.m. right here on the ESPN 1000 Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
White Sox action continues on WHOW on Friday evening when they kick off a 3-game series against the Washington Nationals. Pregame begins at 6 p.m. Jansen, Junk, and 5 relievers combined on a 3-hitter to lead the Miami Marlins past the St. Louis Cardinals 4-1 on Wednesday. Agustin Ramirez singled twice and drove in a run, and Javier Sanoja had 3 hits for the Marlins. Junk is 1-2 and allowed 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 2 over 5 innings. He was lifted after 56 pitches. Andrew Nardi followed Junk and pitched the 6th, and Anthony Bender got 3 outs in the 7th. Michael Peterson struck out the side in a perfect 8th. Ivan Herrera homered against Lake Baker to lead off the 9th for the Cardinals' run. Baker then walked Nolan Gorman and retired Jose Fairman on a flyout. Pete Fairbanks relieved Baker and got the last 2 outs for his 5th save. Owen Casey hit an RBI single, and Jacob Marcy walked with the bases loaded against St. Louis starter Kyle Leahy, who is 2-3, in the 2nd to give Miami a 2-0 advantage. Singles for Marcy in the 4th and Ramirez in the 5th padded the lead. Leahy completed 5 innings, giving up 4 runs and 8 hits. He walked 3, struck out 2, and hit a batter. The Cardinals rested regulars Jordan Walker, Mason Wynn, and Alec Burleson. Marlins 2025 All-Star slugger Kyle Stowers, who began the season on the injured list and was activated Sunday, also had a planned day off as manager Clayton McCullough said they're rebuilding his fitness. Cardinals right-hander Andre Palante will start the opener of a 3-game series against Seattle on Friday. Right-hander George Kirby will start for the Mariners. The Marlins begin a 3-game road series at San Francisco on Friday with right-handed pitcher Sandy Alcantara scheduled to start against Giants right-hander Adrian Hauser. Michael Busch and Seiya Suzuki homered to help the Chicago Cubs beat the slumping Philadelphia Phillies 7-2 on Wednesday night for their 8th consecutive win. Pete Crow Armstrong had 3 hits and 2 RBIs for Chicago, and Alex Bregman also collected 3 hits. Matthew Boyd made a successful return from a bicep injury, pitching 4 2/3 innings of 2-run ball in his first big league start since April 1st. The Cubs have outscored their opponents 58-20 during the franchise's longest win streak since it also won 8 in a row in July 2023. It's the longest such streak for the club within the month of April since an 11-game run in 1970. The Phillies dropped their 8th straight game and the longest skid since they lost 9 in a row in September 2018. They played without JT Realmuto after the catcher was placed on the 10-day IL because of back spasms. Taijuan Walker surrendered 4 earned runs and 8 hits in 4 innings in his 2nd straight loss. Kyle Backus worked the first as an opener before Walker came in. The Cubs scored 2 runs in the 3rd to take a 4-2 lead. Bregman led off with his first triple since June 2024 for Houston against Detroit. He trotted home on Ian Happ's single to left. After Suzuki bounced into a double play, Bush hit a 375-foot drive to left center for his first homer of the season. The 28-year-old Bush hit a career-high 34 homers last year. Suzuki connected for a 2-run shot in the fifth. It was his second homer since he missed the start of the season with a knee injury. Ben Brown replaced Boyd and pitched 2 2/3 scoreless innings for the win. He allowed 3 hits, struck out 5, and walked none. Phillies lefty Christopher Sanchez and Cubs right-hander Edward Cabrera take the mound in the finale of the 4-game series on Thursday. In scores from around the MLB yesterday, the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Cincinnati Reds 6-1, while the Houston Astros shut out the Cleveland Guardians 2-0. The Baltimore Orioles beat the Kansas City Royals 8-6, while the LA Angels beat the Toronto Blue Jays 7-3. The Seattle Mariners beat the Athletics 5-4, while the Detroit Tigers took down the Milwaukee Brewers 5-2. The Atlanta Braves beat the Washington Nationals 8-6, and the New York Yankees took down the Boston Red Sox 4-1. The New York Mets beat the Minnesota Twins 3-2, while the Pittsburgh Pirates took down the Texas Rangers 8-4. The Colorado Rockies beat the San Diego Padres 8-3, while the San Francisco Giants shut out the LA Dodgers 3-0. In NBA playoff scores from last night, top-seeded Detroit Pistons beat 8-seeded Orlando Magic 98-83, while top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder beat 8th-seeded Phoenix Suns 120-107. In NHL postseason scores from yesterday, the Philadelphia Flyers beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-2, while the Dallas Stars beat the Minnesota Wild 4-3 in double overtime, while the Anaheim Ducks beat the Edmonton Oilers 6-4. Get highlights of your local high school program by finding IL SportsWire on your preferred social media platforms, and get local sports anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Our local hospitals are the heartbeat of our communities, delivering critical care every hour of every day for everyone, training the next generation of caregivers. Beyond the walls, their benefit to the community is everywhere, driving the local economy and supporting local organizations, initiatives, and neighbors. Illinois Hospitals, healing communities. Learn more at team-iha.org. Sponsored by the Illinois Health and Hospital Association. Aired in cooperation with the Illinois Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, it's Shane from Highway 51 Exchange, your mower and equipment service pros just south of Clinton. Click our banner ad on DeWittDailyNews.com or give us a call to schedule your free pickup and delivery today. Highway 51 Exchange.
Longview Community Bank is now open in Clinton, investing in rural Illinois. I'm Vice President Nate Sams. Stop by for a visit or to find out how we provide real local banking. Click our banner ad at the top of the local news page on DeWittDailyNews.com.
Get the latest in local news, obits, police blotter, and local sports at DeWittDailyNews.com.